A person who isn't curious about who you are isn't interested in you. Any man under 5'6" is a labubu, and you cannot change my mind. I have a thing for Middle Eastern men, okay? I said it. And the second I tell y'all I'm yearning for a man, you want to call me desperate. What am I doing wrong? I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. And someone can tell me if I'm just fucking stupid in my goddamn head. Summer is over. I am ready to start a family now. Her worsening memory issues. I fucked up. I'm such a fucking idiot. I actually want to, like, be someone's wife.
You can't tell me that she doesn't have mental problems. You can't.
Oh, I love your eyes. You have the biggest, most beautiful doe eyes. Shut up! I got my hair too short, and I think I'm chopped. Just had a 1 hour long therapy session on the subject of my attraction to Middle Eastern men. The summer I turned pretty, except it's the summer I turned chopped, apparently, because I got rejected by 5 different people. Why do men? Just remember, queens, if you have to take a Xanax because you can't stop tweaking because a man hasn't texted you back, it takes courage to admit that.
As I said before, mental problems.
Why not just tell me when I sent one of the reminders so I could arrange for a different sneaky link to come? Either way, I need a sneaky link there. I'm gonna be drinking. Accidentally showed a man my crazy side too soon. I love making men explain to me over and over again in like the most detailed way possible.
There is a very big correlation between mental problems and piercings and nose rings.
Why they don't want to be with me. 35-year-old fucking men not knowing what they want has got to be the funniest goddamn thing I've come to experience on this earth in my 24 years of life. I tell people up front that I'm insane. And I don't know if they just like assume I'm joking or something, but then when I start acting insane, they get like really fucking surprised.
Ma'am, I believe you. I swear I believe you.
Everyone's like, oh, you're young, you're 24, you like explore your options, sow your wild oats. I don't want to explore my options anymore. I've been exploring. Been fucking Ibn Battuta out here. Shit ain't sweet. Let me clarify the situation. This man comes to my town to see me. 24 hours, love bombs the shit out of me. Begs and begs and begs me to crack. I don't let him crack because I see the situation for what it is, and I was very distrustful of him, despite all the right things that he was saying via the love bombing. He says, I like you so much, and I've been waiting to find someone like you for years, so I will be back as soon as I can, which is in 2 weeks, to come see you again, to make you mine. And then he leaves and proceeds to fucking ghost me.
Everyone's like, having a boyfriend is embarrassing. You know what's embarrassing? You know what is really embarrassing? Women tearing other women down.
I've just broke up with a boyfriend not that long ago, and it's put me in the over 30s and single category. To be honest, I was getting a little bit worried for myself because I'm not getting any younger.
I try not to hold hate in my heart for anybody, but there is this one guy that if I had the opportunity, I would light him on fire.
I'm not going to be in my feminine until he's in his masculine. Until he steps up, then I'm going to be in my masculine. He should be obsessed with me, and if he's not obsessed, then he isn't the one. Do you know how fucking entitled you guys sound? You
True.
sound so entitled, and it is...
And not only entitled, you sound like you have a very, very low IQ.
Low IQ, very low IQ.
It is ruining your dating experience. Have you ever thought that maybe you are the narcissist in your relationship? Because if you really think about things more logically, more accurately, masculine men are not going to be attracted to masculine guarded women.
True, guys, and just think, how would a man sound if he said, well, I will remain in my feminine until I find a feminine woman. I need a real feminine woman to put me in my masculine. It sounds so stupid.
I love the fact that women aren't dating for financial freedom anymore, but instead we're looking for character. By not being able to find that, more and more of us are choosing to stay single.
No, ma'am, you're just showing us that you have a low IQ. Why? Because we all know that you wouldn't date a bum. You want somebody that makes at least the same amount of money as you or more. So if you think logically about it, you're dating for money. You wouldn't date a bum, ma'am. So it's still about money, ma'am. It was always about money.
Girls, take it from me, okay? You don't need to be super pretty. You don't need to be like insanely Victoria's Secret level hot, okay? Like, take it from me, seriously. You just gotta be a little bit weird. They like that.
Another woman that has been lied by men. No, ma'am, they hoping that by being a weirdo, you didn't have a high body count and they're hoping you're not a 3 or 4, ma'am.
I'm 38 years old. I have never been married. I do not have any children. And I am extremely happy and fulfilled in my life.
Of course, because everybody that is very happy and fulfilled in life spend their time making TikToks about how happy and fulfilled they are. They're not living their lives. No, no, no.
And I can tell you this, that men will always disappoint you. And if you look to them,
No, ma'am. The man that you go after, the man that you chase, the man that you let smash, those men disappointed you. It doesn't mean that all men will disappoint you. But you don't understand that because you have a low IQ and you're very happy, ma'am.
them to make you happy, to buy you the flowers, to take you on the trips, to do all of the things, you will always be disappointed. And that's why it is absolutely crucial that you do things like this for yourself, because then you start to fall in love with yourself and you start to realize that you don't actually need somebody.
Of course, that's why you start making TikToks. It's not because you need attention and validation from strangers. No, no, no. It's because you're so happy and so fulfilled in your life that you start making TikTok videos.
Low IQ, very low IQ.
I've always heard that like men want to get with their girlfriends, female friends, you know what I mean? But I talked to my guy friend and he was like, no, that's not true. Like, I have plenty of female friends that are attractive, gorgeous, that I have no desire to get with. And
Then either he's a simp or he's lying to you, ma'am.
I looked at him weird and he was like, well, you're a bad example. And I was like, but what? I don't think I've had a single like straight male friend who hasn't tried.
Men are like, well, I can't be bothered because all she's asking about is how much I earn without really understanding what that means. I mean, a lot of particularly young women are like, you know, he has to be able to buy me a $5 million house. And
What accent was that?
I don't know. I just made that. And he has to make,
funny.
you know, $500,000 a year and all this kind of stuff. And you're like, that's not real.
No, it's not.
And do you know what?
And if I say they're delusional, women will just call me an incel, will just call me a misogynist, just because I point out their delusions.
If he could buy you a $2 million house in most places is unbelievably amazing. And if he makes 150,000 or is amazing. And like,
No, that's
you know,
amazing.
And if you are like into female empowerment, like, why are you asking for these things?
Yeah.
And so it's all very messed up.
I think something that women would never want a man to know is truly how much she desires boundaries.
Of
She
course.
wants to hear no. She wants to see a man who has so much self-control. A man who has self-control and discipline over his flesh is so attractive.
But remember, guys, even yesterday I showed you a video where women said, no, we want simps. We want the guy to be obsessed with us. No, you don't, ma'am. That's the problem with most women today. They don't actually know what they want, or they don't actually know what they're attracted to.
And a man who's like, baby, I love you. We're not doing that today, okay?
We didn't become strong, independent women by choice. We were forced to be.
I've asked many people in the streets.
Oh, ma'am, you wanted to be. You wanted to be a feminist. You wanted to be sexually liberated. You chose that, ma'am. Now you're saying that you didn't want to. Yes, you did, ma'am.
It's about men and what they could do better, and it seems the bar is really low. What are 3 things that men can do that are attractive?
Oh my God, this is gonna sound so bad because you're gonna realize how low the bar is in America. The manners, like where did that go? I go on dates and these guys.
The women not being 3 or 4s, where did that go?
Guys don't even open the door for me. When we're walking and like sometimes I'm in heels, they don't slow down. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Keep up with your pace? It doesn't make sense. When I dated more foreign guys, they were very aware of when a girl needed help or like just really were aware of the surroundings. Whereas I feel like American men, it's like over their heads and they never even consider where the girl is in the situation or how they can make her life a little bit just easier. And I think
Okay, ma'am, let's say the quality of men in the USA has gone down. Do you think that's a result of because the quality of women in the USA has also gone down the drain? Do you think maybe there is a correlation there, ma'am? No, of course you don't. And you're talking about men making your life easier. But do you make life easier for a man? No, it's all about you. So from the start, you show us that the quality of women like you, that think it's all about you, is very low in the USA. So of course, men will act accordingly. But as I said before, they have very low IQ.
Men can actually do no right these days, and I actually feel sorry for them. I'm talking about the dating sites. I don't even know why I bother going on them. And I know I've got some audacity saying all of this when I look like this right now, but I full on just didn't match with someone because his prompts were just too long and no. Certain jobs, I'll literally just swipe because I'm like, well, that doesn't sound very exciting, does it?
At least she admits it. I can respect a woman, even if she has high standards, delusional standards. At least she admits that she has delusional standards. I can appreciate that.
Coming from the unemployed person. When they message you and it's just like, hi, how are you? No, boring. They've got a picture of them in skinny jeans. Could be the love of my life, but no, I don't know what it is. I'm not finding anyone attractive.
Asking my husband's opinion on common red pill rhetoric. A woman's value lies in her body count.
That's so stupid. Stupid.
My guy, it's only stupid because you're stupid. You haven't seen or read any statistics, any studies that show that the more sexual partners you have before marriage, the less happy you will be in that marriage and the higher chances of divorce. So you, by saying that's stupid, you just show all of us that you are stupid, that you didn't do any research, my guy.
What do they believe about men then? Where is their value?
My guy, women and men are not the same. Women are attracted to men that have experience. Women are attracted to men that can attract or sleep with a lot of women. That's why you see that all the assholes get all the women.
I think they just believe men don't lose value. They just have it.
Well, it cuts both ways.
No, ma'am, that's not true. Women have inherent value. We need to prove our value, ma'am. So see, everything they're talking about, they don't even understand. They probably watch 1 or 2 videos, but not the full video. They saw some clips, some shorts, and now they're talking on what they saw, but they don't even understand it. They don't understand why we say the things that we say. They just saw some clips.
So if you're going to believe that, then you should believe that your value is also tied to it.
If women want equality, they need to be paying half the bills.
False. Definitely not.
Okay, so how can you say you want to be equal with a man, but you want him to pay for everything? So you want the benefits of a relationship, of a guy protecting and providing, but you also want to work, and he should also take care of the kids, and he should also do everything around the house, exactly like you, because you want to do those things 50-50, but he should also pay all the bills. Can you see their logic? They have no logic. We're just going to skip this video because here there are 2 people. One is a feminist and one is a simp, and they go together until she gets bored of him and she divorces him. And once she takes half his things, my guy, you will change your mind.
So I've come to the conclusion that men can't win. You cannot leave work early because then you're not providing, but you cannot leave earlier either because then you're not spending any time with the family. You can't show too much emotions because then you're vulnerable. But if you're not showing any, you're a robot. You need to take charge, but not too much charge. Because if you take too much charge, you're controlling.
True.
You have to be confident, but not too confident or you're arrogant. But if you have no confidence, then you're obviously just weak. So regardless of what you do, someone's not gonna like it. So what are you supposed to do? Whatever the hell you want. And don't apologize for it.
The guy is 40 years old. 40 years old. To think that you're going to date women who don't already have children, who have never been married, is absolutely absurd.
Ma'am, I'm 38. My girlfriend is 24. I have friends that are 40 or over 40, and they only date women in their 20s. Women without kids. Here it's not very common that women in their 20s have kids, ma'am. So it's only absurd in the USA because most women in the USA are delusional. That's why, ma'am. But here it's not so uncommon, ma'am.
Absurd. I never hid anything. And quite frankly, I called him out at the bar and I'm just like, oh, so you don't like kids? He's like, oh, no, I like kids. I can't date somebody who has a kid. I'm like, oh, you can't date somebody who has a kid? Maybe you should put in your profile that you don't like children.
She's mad.
He can like children, but he doesn't want to raise somebody else's children. How do women not understand this? My kid and your kid are not the same. I can love my kid and kids in general, but I don't want to raise your kid, man, because that's not my kid.
She's like mad. So she is trying to shame the man because she's upset that he has that boundary, that he doesn't want to date a single mom. She's actually mad at him for having a boundary. Okay.
Why aren't you mad at yourself that you dated, you married, and you had a child with a guy that you didn't like, that after you divorced? Because I'm sure you're the one that left, ma'am. So why did you choose the wrong guy? Why aren't you mad at yourself because you were stupid?
This is one man. This is the problem, ladies. Like, you can't purposely not tell a man that you don't have a child, and then when you go out on that date and you find out that he does have that boundary, you can't be mad that he doesn't want to see past that and get to know you. Like, it's okay. It's okay for a man to reject you, but I get it. Like, women are not good with rejection, and here.
Yeah, and we saw videos of women saying that they will lie to the man on the first dates, not tell them that they have children until the guy gets attached, and only after that they tell him they have children.
Here's an example, but what's not okay is you then shaming him, saying these things about him that you just don't like kids, to his face, and then also making a video about it.
My husband and my sister have become way too close. And I don't know what to think anymore.
Wait, is this the light one or the dark one? You're not going to tell me.
I'm not going to tell you. We shall see. I'm 27 and I've been married to my husband who's 30 for 2 years. Things were good between us until my younger sister, who's 24, started spending more time at our place. At first, I was happy to have her around. It made our home feel warmer. But now, something feels wrong. They talk all the time. They text late at night and share jokes I don't understand. Sometimes when we go out, they walk ahead together, laughing, while I trail behind.
No.
It feels like I'm watching my own husband forget I exist.
Oh, no.
I tried to talk to him about it once. He told me I was being jealous and dramatic.
Oh, no. Big red flag.
My sister said the same thing, that I was reading too much into things.
As I said before, I don't critique only women, I also critique men. You shouldn't have a better relationship with your woman's sister. No, that is not okay, my guy. Your wife, your girlfriend should be your priority. If she isn't, if you have more fun with her sister, is not okay, ma'am. You should leave that guy.
But I can't shake this feeling. It's like they have a secret world that doesn't include me. The moment that broke me was when I saw my sister wearing his hoodie. She laughed when I asked about it and said, quote, he told me
He's cheating, ma'am. Leave.
I could borrow it. I smiled on the outside, but inside, I felt something snap. I don't know if they've crossed any real lines, but emotionally, it feels like I've already lost them both. My heart keeps asking if I'm imagining it or if this is how betrayal actually begins.
What is the biggest red flag you completely ignored?
I was in a relationship and he was pretty misogynistic, and I looked the other way for quite a while.
Okay, ma'am, please explain to us what is in your head misogynistic. Because if I say I don't like how that woman acts, or what she said, or how your friends act, it doesn't mean I'm a misogynist. It just means that they are acting crazy, ma'am.
Because I needed him at the time, I wasn't ready to launch into that big compatibility issue, because for me that was a deal breaker and I wasn't ready to break the deal.
At what moment did you realize it wasn't serving you?
I made a pretty big life change and got a new job, and I had really great people around me.
She started making more money than him, so she left.
And I think it was once I felt all of the support of my friendships, I was like, oh, these people who've known me for such a short time, and this person who's known me for years and years, who has completely intertwined his life with me, is not as kind to me as these other people are. And I wanted better.
What are some of the signs that a man has this character trait?
If they talk with their boys in a way that is rude, or in a way that they wouldn't talk around everybody else, that's a pretty big sign.
That's so stupid. Men always talk differently around each other. We make rude jokes with each other and we can laugh about it. We can call each other stupid and nobody gets his feelings hurt. It's not the same as how women interact with each other. Oh my God, this is so stupid. They actually believe the feminist bullshit that men and women are the same. We're not. We don't act the same. We don't think the same. Of course, around guys, I'm going to talk differently. Oh my God,
What is something you've learned about yourself in the process?
Kindness is out there, and that it will actually be harder to trust people who are good to you if you spend a lot of time with people who are not good to you.
The men that he works with all say that they come last, that everybody's needs come before theirs. And I'm going to tell you something. When he first told me, I was like, that's complete BS. You guys are watching golf and you're watching the game and, you go to work, but then you come home, you do whatever you want. And that was me rejecting a truth. And when I stopped myself and just said, okay, well, let me just process this for a minute. Do I even know what Chris's needs are? Does he even know what they are? And it struck me because I'd love for you to
No, because nobody cares about men or what men think.
turn to chapter 9 in your book, because you write about the exact same thing. It's on page 139.
One of the most significant obstacles preventing men from breaking free from emotional incarceration and evolving into comprehensive men is the inclination to suffer alone in silence.
Titled, I'm divorcing my wife of 17 years because of an old FWB of hers. 1 month ago, I, 43 male, found out that my wife's 41 female male
Okay, guys, so I checked. It means friends with benefits.
best friend, 40 male, was actually her former FWB. And that has enraged me to no end. Not just because they had that kind of past, but because she kept it a secret from me all these years. To make matters worse, my sister, 40 female, who is also my wife's best friend, knew about it and never told me. When we started dating 18 years ago, we agreed to cut all ties with our exes. Now I've learned that she's been lying to me about that for years. After finding out last month,
She's probably also cheated with him.
Month, I spoke to a lawyer and told my wife that we were getting a divorce. Nothing she says or does will change that. I also took a DNA test for my daughter, 16 female, and twin boys, 12 male, and have gone no contact with my sister. Some might say I'm taking things too far, especially with the DNA test, but there's a reason for it. Her FWB and I look strikingly similar. We're both 6 feet tall, have blonde hair and blue eyes. Until now, I never questioned whether my kids
It's clear she has a type, my guy.
were mine, but after learning about her past with him, I can't help but feel paranoid. On top of that, her FWB never got married because he claimed to have a free soul. It makes me feel like she just settled for me, and if he had ever decided he wanted marriage, she would have left me in an instant. The only silver lining in all of this is that the house we live in is in my name. I inherited it from my grandpa before we got married. For now, I've kicked my wife out of the house and taken her to her parents' place, where I told them exactly why we're getting divorced. I also told my kids because I believe they're old enough to know the truth. Since then, my wife has been calling me constantly, crying and swearing that they were just friends, but I don't believe her. I made it
Good for you, my guy, good for you. If you see the red flags, don't ignore them, because it will lead to you suffering.
clear that even if the DNA test confirms all 3 kids are mine, I still will go through with the divorce. From what I hear from my brother-in-law, who lives near her parents, she's a complete wreck and barely eats anything. My sister has also tried to reach out to me through her husband, but I told them I don't consider her my sister anymore
Good for you.
after wasting 18 years of my life. Ugh. Honestly, if the DNA test comes back negative, I don't know what I would do. I love my kids more than anything in this world, and finding out that even one of them isn't mine would break me more than anything else.
Would you ever think that this innocent little face could do anything to hurt you? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Because that's how we get you. That's how we get you. All the time. You think, I grew up in Romania. I'm from a farm. I used to raise the chicken and love them and give them a name. And then when my grandfather would come and say, what are we eating today? I'm like, that one, my favorite one, is going to have the best, juiciest meat. And then I would sit there and watch as they turn my best friend into soup. It's called survival.
Yeah, it happened to me, guys. I would go with my grandfather when they were killing pigs. Yeah, even if I was a kid and it was traumatic, here it's something normal that you should do as a guy.
You think I will not survive? I will, but first I will just scam you with this cute little innocent face until you sign the papers. And then I'll make you super.
By the way, guys, don't think that Romanian women are like this. Maybe they're like this with foreigners because they want to get something out of you, because maybe they want your money. But just think, if she thinks, oh, she's clever because she's a Romanian, we're also Romanian. We're Romanian men. Anyway, guys, so hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one.